Ever wonder how Floyd Mayweather never lost a fight? Or why Mike Tyson looked like an unstoppable wrecking ball? It's not just talent, it's strategy, baby. Today we're breaking down every boxing strategy from the sweet science, explaining them so simply that even your kid can understand them. Let's dive into the chess match that happens inside those ropes. Strategy number 12, the high guard, building your fortress. Think of the high guard like holding two shields in front of your castle. You bring both gloves up high, right around your temples, elbows tight to protect your ribs. This is boxing's most basic defense, and it's been around since the sport began. The traditional boxing guard protects you from both body and head shots from your opponent, making it perfect for beginners who haven't developed their reflexes yet. Here's the funny thing though, this beginner strategy was used by legends like George Foreman and Winky Wright. Why? Because who have to punch upward. Picture a knight behind his shield. Sure, he can't move as fast, but good luck getting through that armor. The downside? The high guard leaves the ribs and liver exposed to body shots, and the extended jab becomes more visible to opponents. Smart fighters will go downstairs to the body when they see those hands go up. Don't forget to hit that like button and test out YouTube's new hype feature. Thanks for watching, now back to the video. Strategy number 11, the cross guard, the human wall. Now this one's weird but brilliant. The cross guard is a unique boxing style where the boxer forms a cross shape with their arms in front of their torso. Imagine crossing your arms like you're angry at someone, but keeping your fists clenched, ready to strike. Archie Moore made this famous back in the day, and more recently, fighters like George Foreman used it when they got older and couldn't move as much. The beauty of this guard is that it's like parking a bus in front of your goal. Nothing's getting through easily. You can absorb massive shots on your arms and barely feel them. Plus, opponents get confused because they can't see your shoulders loading up for punches. The bad news? You're basically a sitting duck. The bad news? You're basically a sitting duck. It limits offensive capabilities as it's challenging to throw powerful straight shots from this position. It's the ultimate I'm old and tired but still dangerous strategy. Strategy number 10, triangle theory, fighting geometry class. Here's where boxing gets mathematical. Triangle theory uses equilateral triangles to create advantageous angles for striking while minimizing an opponent's ability to counter. It positions the opponent at the triangle's center and maneuvers along its edges to attack from 45-degree angles. Sounds complicated? Think of it like you're playing tag, but you're always moving to spots where you can touch them, but they can't touch you back. Vasyl Lomachenko is the modern master of this. He literally makes opponents look like they're fighting a ghost. He'll step to your left, you turn to face him, but he's already at a 45-degree angle throwing a punch you never saw coming. The key is footwork. You're constantly creating these triangular patterns with your movement. Fun fact, while highly effective in boxing due to its restricted rules, the theory is less applicable in other martial arts where techniques like kicks and back fists allow punchers to counter angular movements more easily. Strategy number 9, working the center line, the invisible target. Centerline theory refers to an imaginary vertical line running down the middle of a fighter's body, crucial for both offense and defense. Think of it like the line down the middle of a highway. You want to attack your opponent's center line while keeping yours protected. This is why boxers don't just stand there facing each other straight on like rock'em sock'em robots. Staying on the center line makes a fighter vulnerable to straight punches like jabs and crosses, so skilled boxers shift off to evade attacks using techniques like slipping, shoulder rolls, and lateral movement. Watch any Canelo Alvarez fight and you'll see him constantly shifting his center line away while attacking his opponents. It's like trying to hit a door that keeps swinging away from you. Strategy number 8, the mongoose guard, the deception master. Remember those old nature documentaries where the mongoose dances around the cobra? That's exactly what this guard looks like. Fighters using the mongoose keep their hands extended way out in front, almost like they're trying to hypnotize you. They'll keep their hands closer to you so that you misread the distance and try to get them to miss, and they're right there to pick you apart. The mongoose is all about optical illusions and making your opponent's depth perception go haywire. You think you're in range, you throw the punch, but you're actually 6 inches short. Meanwhile, they're countering you before you even realize you whiffed. It's the boxing equivalent of those is the dress blue or gold mind tricks that broke the internet. Strategy number 7, the outboxer, the long-range sniper. The outboxer uses footwork and long-range punches to keep opponents at a distance, winning by decision rather than knockout. Think of them as the friend who wins every argument by staying calm while you get frustrated. Muhammad Ali was the ultimate outboxer, dancing, jabbing, making opponents chase him around the ring until their legs turned to jelly. Outside boxers tend to be tall and long-limbed, although good footwork and an understanding of range can allow a shorter fighter to fight from the inside. They're using what we call ring generalship, controlling the entire fight without ever really engaging in a war. It's like like playing keep away from your little brother, except you're getting paid millions to do it. The key weapons here are the jab and the straight right hand, thrown from maximum distance where the opponent can't reach you back. Strategy number 6, the slugger. Pure power personified. A slugger prioritizes raw power and knockout punches over technical finesse and strategy. Their primary weapon is the ability to knock out an opponent with a single powerful punch. These are the fighters everyone comes to see, the home run hitters of boxing. George Foreman in his prime was the ultimate slugger. Sluggers possess the best balance and knockout capabilities due to their tendency to plant their feet on the ground while fighting. They're not trying to win on points. They're trying to separate your soul from your body. They favor slower, harder punches like hooks and uppercuts over fast combos. The beautiful thing about being a slugger is you only need to land one clean shot. The downside? They tend to be slower, move less around the ring, and can have difficulty pursuing agile opponents. It's like bringing a sledgehammer to a fencing match. Devastating if it connects, but good luck hitting that nimble opponent. Strategy number 5, the swarmer. Human hurricane. The swarmer fights very aggressively and in close quarters, bombarding the opponent with heavy attacks to prevent effective counters and wearing down the opponent's defenses by attrition. Picture an angry hornet that just won't leave you alone. That's a swarmer. Joe Frazier was the king of this style, and more recently, fighters like Gennady Golovkin have shown how terrifying constant pressure can be. Boxers using this style consistently stay within or at the edge of the punching range of their opponent, forcing their opponent to engage on the back foot. The strategy is simple but brutal. Throw so many punches that your opponent either breaks down mentally or makes a defensive mistake. This tends to require a large investment of energy on the part of both fighters, meaning one goal of this style is to exhaust their opponent. It's basically the boxing version of that friend who never stops talking until you agree with them just to get some peace. Strategy number 4, the boxer puncher, the Swiss Army knife. This is the all-rounder, the complete package. Boxer punchers can do everything. Box from the outside, fight on the inside, counterpunch, or come forward with pressure. Think of Sugar Ray Robinson or modern fighters like Terrence Crawford. They're like that kid in school who was good at every sport without even trying. What makes boxer punchers so dangerous is their adaptability. Fighting a slugger, they'll box and move. Fighting an outboxer, they'll cut off the ring and apply pressure. They're the shapeshifters of boxing, constantly adjusting their strategy based on what's working. The downside? Being good at everything sometimes means not being great at anything. But when you can switch between styles mid-round, you become a nightmare to prepare for. Strategy number 3, the counterpuncher. Tactical genius. Counterpunchers are the chess masters of boxing. They're not trying to overwhelm you with offense. They're waiting for you to make a mistake. Feints are an essential part of any good boxing routine, and counterpunchers use them masterfully to bait opponents into throwing vulnerable punches. Juan Manuel Marquez was a counterpunching genius. These fighters have what we call educated feet and educated hands. They know exactly where to be and when to throw. They'll lean just enough to make you whiff by a millimeter, then crack you while you're off balance. It's like those kung fu movies where the master barely moves, but somehow defeats everyone. The strategy requires incredible timing, patience, and the ability to read your opponent's patterns. One wrong read, though, and you're eating leather for dinner. Number 2, the peekaboo style, controlled chaos. The peekaboo stance, made famous by fighters like Mike Tyson, is centered around quick head movement and upper body evasion. Created by legendary trainer Cus D'Amato, this style turns shorter fighters into nightmares for taller opponents. Picture a boxer with their gloves pressed against their face, constantly bobbing and weaving like they're listening to heavy metal. For doing the peekaboo boxing guard, move your hands upward and bring them closer to your chin. Your hands will protect your chin against your opponent's punches. Your elbows will be defending your chest. The constant motion makes you incredibly difficult to hit cleanly. The peekaboo boxing stance is very effective, particularly for fighters of short height. This is the best stance for short-heighted fighters for combat against tall fighters, as proven by Mike Tyson. The style is all about explosive attacks from unexpected angles. You bob low, slip to the side, then explode upward with devastating hooks and uppercuts. The peekaboo guard is considered predictable and relies heavily on timing and reflexes. As fighters age and their reflexes slow, the style becomes less effective. Just look at Tyson's later career when Father Time caught up with him. And here it is. Number 1, the most effective boxing strategy when mastered. The Philly shell. Philly shell in boxing is a defensive boxing style in which a fighter is leaning away from their opponent slightly, and their lead shoulder is up toward their chin. This boxing style is considered the best defensive style. Popularized by legendary fighters like Floyd Mayweather Jr., the Philly shell is a position that combines defense, counterpunching, and tactical maneuvering all in one. Your lead hand stays low by your stomach, your rear hand protects your chin, and your shoulder acts like a shield. It looks like you're being lazy or overconfident, but it's actually incredibly sophisticated. Floyd Mayweather retired undefeated at 50-0, joining Rocky Marciano, who remains the only heavyweight champion to finish his career undefeated as one of boxing's few unbeaten champions. The Philly shell was Mayweather's secret weapon. How defensive it was can be answered by the fact that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had fewer scars on his face than other boxers due to using this boxing defensive style. The style allows you to see punches coming clearly while keeping your counterpunching hand loaded and ready. Great style for counterpunching with your right straight. Your jabs are less predictable since your opponent can't keep on looking at your left hand. But here's the catch. It has one downside. You need to put a lot of effort into mastering this defensive stance because it's very difficult to learn and implement. You need lightning reflexes, perfect timing, and years of practice. Try this as a beginner and you'll get knocked out faster than you can say Money Mayweather. It's not enough to simply rely on your shoulder and hand placement. You also need to move efficiently around the ring. Mayweather added his own twist by incorporating exceptional footwork, making him virtually untouchable in his prime years. There you have it, fight fans. Every major boxing strategy broken down so simply that you could explain it at your next watch party. From the fortress-like high guard to the masterful Philly shell, each strategy has its place in the sweet science. Remember, boxing isn't just about who hits harder, it's about who thinks smarter. The best fighters aren't just athletes, they're strategists playing physical chess at 100 miles per hour. Want more breakdowns like this? Hit that subscribe button harder than Tyson hit Trevor Berbick. Drop a comment telling us which strategy you think would suit your style. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss another one of our fight breakdowns. Until next time, keep your hands up and your chin down.